Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, all praise to the Most High. I'm gonna be talking about, how the Most High is both good and evil. He creates both good and evil, and He's not just all good. He's not just all about peace and righteousness. He is peace and righteousness, but at the same time, that's not what He's all about. He's also a destroyer, and He also has a lot of wrath and anger build it up right now, because you got to think about all the shit that's going on in the world. Who not going to be mad, This is the Most High people that's going through all this bullshit, that's getting led astray. This is, this is our earth. We the real judges of this earth. But, yeah, man, the Most High is both good and evil. He creates both good and evil. He kills and he provides life, He don't just, he's not just, all about that good and righteousness. And he's not just all about destroying and, tearing shit up. It's a balance, it's both. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm in Lamentations chapter 3, verse 38. Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not good and evil. So yeah. It's basically a rhetorical question. It's saying, like, is it not just good and evil that's coming out the Most High mouth? Which it basically is, because Yahweh is good and evil. He's not just gonna speak all bad, and he's not just gonna speak all good. He's gonna speak both good and evil depending on what it is, what the situation is. Now I'm gonna go to Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Yeah, so it's the Lord doing all these things, Yahweh created light and Yahweh created darkness. And, He makes peace and He create evil. He just uses Satan to do that evil, It's not people out here being deceived from these churches, thinking that it's Satan and Yahweh battling, and Satan doing all this evil, unnecessary evil that Yahweh don't condone. You feel me? And that's not the case. The case is Yahweh is just using Satan to do the evil, but Satan can't do shit if it's not Yahweh's will. You feel me? That's why He says, I and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. This is the Lord doing all these things, man. He creates good and evil, peace and evil. So, now I'm gonna go ahead and read Samuel. I'm reading Samuel chapter 2, verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. Yeah, so the Lord kills and the Lord creates life. That's balance. It's not just the Lord doing all this goodness and just loving everybody, because the Lord don't love everybody. The Lord loved His people that's worshiping Him, keeping His laws. And if anybody were to die, that's gonna be Yahweh's will. If somebody were to walk out in the street and get hit by a car and die, that was Yahweh's will. Everything happens for a reason. And if a woman was to get pregnant and to give birth unexpectedly, that was Yahweh's will as well. No matter what happened and what circumstances it may took for it to happen, it was Yahweh's will, and that's why it happened. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. So yeah, he puts bodies in the ground and he takes spirits up from the ground, because He gonna do that in Judgment Day. When Yahweh shall come back, He gonna bring the dead up first. He gonna have the dead arise first to be judged. Then it's gonna be the living. It's all about balance. Yahweh is all about balance. You can't have too much of one thing. That's an abomination. I've been preaching this word for the longest. You know, Yahweh is good and evil. I might as well go ahead and read Zephaniah 1:15. No, it's just gonna prove my point about Yahweh's wrath, and that he is not all about goodness, that he also destroys and he also creates evil. All right, I'm gonna read Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 15. The day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and darkness. Yes, so this verse is describing the coming back of Yahushua. And the coming back of Yahushua is going to be great destruction, and it's going to be great wrath upon the wickedness of America, the 2/3, and Esau. And everybody who sold their soul, man. Everybody who sold out. You know, this is basically proving my point that Yahweh also does evil, and Yahweh also, you know, destroys shit, man. He not just about all this goodness. He not just about all goody, man. Yahweh also creates evil. And this ain't nothing new to us, man. Everybody getting deceived from these churches and preachers, because all these preachers and churches, they only preach love. They only preach that Yahweh is about love, but Yahweh is also about good and evil, man. It's a balance, like I said, man. You check out my last video, I basically covered not everything about balance, but you know, the main part about it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and read it now. I might as well. This is Proverbs chapter 11 verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Yeah, so the Lord is balanced with good and evil, you know. It depends on what the situation is and how it's being dealt with. You know, Yahweh's not gonna just destroy some shit for no reason, and Yahweh not gonna love everybody because they claim to be good, because Yahweh know everybody's heart. But yeah, man, I just wanted to explain about how Yahweh and Yahushua is also good and evil. You know, it's not all goody, everything not all perfect and roses and sunny sunshine and shit, man. He's also about destruction, darkness, and evil. It's a balance. But with that, you know, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. I want to say Shalom.